welcome to Peffermill Park, Edinburgh for Scotland's biggest cup final of the year. University Works Department Cup Final, Veterans versus Novices. And the teams for today's game are Novices, Castle, Ross, Tully, Allen, Martin. McGrath, Keddy, Wright, Owenson, Rogers and Kerr. Veterans, Clarkson, Bruce, Anderson, Love, Young. Garlick, Clunas, Stenhouse. Swinton, Owenson, McQueenie. Subs, Harris and Kenny. And the referee for today's game is James Adolf Duncan from Germany. He was to be assisted by two linesmen, Rudolf Hess and Klaus Barbie, who have failed to appear for some unknown reason. The veterans have won the toss and the novices will kick off. And now we're about to start this important cup final. Wright pushes the ball to Owenson. Owenson out to Kerr. Oh, just a little scrappy play there. The ball bobbling about. I think the nerves are getting to one of the two of the players before the start of the match. Tully. Out to Ross. Ross sends the ball forward to Rogers. Rogers still in control. Back to Ross. Rogers to Keddy. Owenson to Wright. Easily intercepted by Anderson. Swinton. Oh, easily beats Martin. And Wright steps in and clears the ball into touch. And there is a bit of a problem in the crowd. There is an overspill at one end of the ground and the police are escorting the fans of the veterans round from one end of the goal to the other. Nice dummy by Swinton. Easily picked up by Martin. Kerr. And a shot by Kerr, very well indeed, and it was well past the goalkeeper's left hand post. And the referee has spotted an infringement to the veterans, taken by Stenhouse. Pushed forward into the novices' goal area. Picked up by Keddy. Keddy out to Kerr. Owenson. Owenson slips the ball forward, but easily read by McQueenie. And a bad clearance by McQueenie back to Owenson. Owenson trying to size up the situation, beats three men and slips the ball through to Keddy. Keddy beats two men and lines up for a shot and crashes the ball wide of Clarkson's left hand post for a goal kick. This boy Keddy has some wonderful ball control, but is a little bit inclined to keep the ball to himself and forget he has players on his team. Owenson with the header, out to Kerr. Kerr lets the ball run through his leg and Garlick clears the ball and it goes out to play for a throw in to the novices team, taken by Wright. Wright throws the ball up the line and I think that Kerr impeded Garlick. No, the referee has not spotted the offence, but he's penalised Kerr for a challenge on Young. Garlick places the ball for the free kick. Kicks the ball upfield, easily intercepted by Keddy. Rogers. Out to Owenson. Owenson loses out to Anderson and Stenhouse back to goalkeeper Clarkson. Clarkson kicks the ball upfield. Swinton chases after it along with Allen and Martin, and it's picked up by Clunas. Clunas out to Bruce. Bruce thumps the ball infield, and Swinton's chasing after it. I think his foot was a little bit high there, spotted by Adolf Hitler, the referee, and he waved play on. Young tried to slip it through, but easily intercepted by Martin. Young slips the ball past Kerr. Kerr and Keddy go into a tackle, and I think it was a 50-50 situation where both players had the soles of their studs exposed, and I think the slow motion action replay will verify my situation. I think the referee maybe had been better restarting the game with a drop ball rather than a free kick either way. And here's a slow motion action replay. Young slips the ball past Kerr, and the ball's 50-50 situation, and there is the sole of the boot exposed by both players. So I think I was right, and the referee maybe should have given the drop ball rather than a free kick either way. Back now to live action. Clunas thumps the ball forward to Swinton. He looked offside there, but the referee's let him go on and running in goal, and easily saved by goalkeeper Castle, diving at the feet of Swinton. Owenson through to Kerr, easily again mopped up by Anderson. It was the same last year in this cup final where Anderson had an absolutely brilliant game at Super, and looks as if he is doing the same thing again this year. Kerr crosses the ball inside to Owenson, and it nips past goalkeeper Clarkson's right hand post. Right, back to Castle. Castle picks up and kicks the ball upfield. Owenson inside to Keddy. Keddy, yes, Keddy losing out. Oh, what a shocking tackle from Keddy on the oldest man in the park, 65-year-old Dougie Love. What a shocking tackle. You see it in the slow motion action replay, and Keddy goes right through the 65-year-old and brings him crashing to the ground. I think there should have been at least a yellow card there, but the referee has taken no action and just a little quiet word to Keddy. Back to live action. Right. Forward again to Keddy. Keddy out to Owenson. Easily intercepted by McQueenie. McQueenie strides on and is brought down by McGrath with a late challenge. The referee again is not taking action. I think that this game is starting to liven up a little bit, and he should try and take a wee bit sterner view with the players. Stenhouse with the free kick. Very poor free kick, easily picked out by Allen. Bruce. Back to Stenhouse. Stenhouse. Oh, the referee has stopped the game for some reason or another. I didn't see anything there at all. Oh, the ball was out for a throw-in. This is the problem here, when the linesman not turning up. Klaus Barbie would have been over there. And we just had a news flash just a little earlier that he's been arrested in France and is being tried for war crimes. So this is the reason that he has not been here. Ball's crossed in by Owenson and punched out by Clarkson. Picked up by Martin. Martin thumps the ball inside. What a little action there. It looked as if we had a wee bit of ballet and maybe even synchronised swimming there in the actions of these players. And the ball goes by for a goal kick. Here it is in slow motion. Martin chips the ball inside. Up goes McQueenie in aerobatic fashion, as if he was a ballet dancer. And then down goes Garlick, as if he's diving into the swimming pool and trying to head the ball there. Clarkson places the ball for the goal kick. Poor kick. Easily picked up by Keddy. Owenson, Keddy, back to Owenson. Young kicks the ball upfield, chased by Bruce. The ball goes out for a throw-in. Ross takes the throw-in quickly to Keddy. Nice control by Keddy. Pushes it through to right. Right to Kerr, back to right. He pushes it forward to Kerr. Kerr on the left wing. Puts in a lovely cross and easily cleared again by Anderson. Young kicks the ball upfield, chased by Swinton and Martin. And Swinton is gaining on Martin and shoots the ball past the goalkeeper's left-hand post for a goal kick. Davy Hay really looking worried there with his full-back Martin making a muck-up of and allowing Swinton to come through to get in an early shot. Back with live action again, and it's Kerr. Easily mopped up by goalkeeper Clarkson. Clarkson out to Stenhouse. Stenhouse forward and loses out to Owenson. Owenson to right. Right across to Martin. And the ball's pushed through and easily swept up by goalkeeper Clarkson, who pushes it out to Anderson. Anderson out to Young. Nice ball control by Young. Leaves Martin in his wake. And a bad ball from Young, picked up by Allen. McGrath. Bruce. And Bruce tackled by McGrath. I think that's a free kick. McGrath's taken Bruce right out of the play from the back. Yes, the referee has spotted the infringement. The game is a little bit drab at the moment. I think the nerves are still getting to the players. They haven't settled down yet. Young with the free kick. Easily picked up by Castle. Swinton claiming he was pushed, but you know, has the referee spotted the infringement? Yes, he spotted the infringement just outside the box, and he's given the veterans a free kick just on the edge of the arc outside the penalty area. Ball's retired about approximately 10 yards. And it's McQueenie. McQueenie about to take the kick. Pushes it to Young. And Young shoots and the ball just scrapes the crossbar. But it was well covered by goalkeeper Castle. The slow action replay shows that the goalkeeper clearly had the ball covered and it went over the crossbar for a goal kick. Martin. Bad clearance. On to by Swinton. Swinton looked as if he was pushed to the ground by Martin, not spotted by the referee. Rogers. Nice ball control. Lost out and through to goalkeeper Clarkson. Clarkson to Young. Young loses out. McQueenie picks up. Nice tackle by McQueenie. Easily intercepted by Martin. And Wright puts the ball out for a throw-in to the veterans. Playmaker Young has not been in the game very much for the veterans. Everything seems to go through Young, whether it's free kicks, throw-ins, etc. And he seems to be all over the place. McQueenie thumped to the deck by Martin again. Martin is really making his presence felt in this game. He has thumped a few people from the back, and a few of them have not been picked up by Adolf Duncan. But he's picked that one up and he's having a word with Martin. McQueenie sizing up the situation for the free kick. Kicked high into the goal area, missed by everybody, And there's that man Young again chasing the ball. Beats his man easily and puts the low cross in, easily picked up by goalkeeper Castle, who quickly throws out to Owenson. Good tackle by Young. The ball in over the touchline for a throw in to the novices. And I think Alan Young has hurt himself again. He's in the thick of the action all over the park. Novices trying to steal a few yards at the throw in, but the referee bringing them back. Ross with the throw in. To Keddy. To McGrath. Pushed through, nobody there, and easily picked up by goalkeeper Clarkson, who kicks the ball upfield. Tully. Nice ball control by Tully. Out to Ross. And the ball into touch again, and another throw in to the novices. This is really poor stuff at the moment. We need some action to try and live up the situation, and there is nothing happening at all at the moment. Owenson, back to Ross. Ross pushes the ball forward. Rogers. All easily mopped up by the 65-year-old super Dougie Love. Clarkson out to McQueenie. McQueenie pushes the ball forward. Kerr. Keddy. Keddy with the ball. Pushes the high lob in. Rogers goes for it, and it's on to Owenson. Owenson shoots, and it's a goal! And they call it absolutely ecstatic. What a wonderful goal by Owenson. He was onto the ball like a shot and struck it past Clarkson. Here it is in slow motion. The ball's pushed through by Keddy. Chased after by Rogers, and in comes Owenson with the left foot volley straight into the corner of the net. What a wonderful goal. This might bring the veterans out, and they will have to push forward now to try and get back in this game. Young. Easily picked up by Ross. Good tackle again by Anderson. This boy is a stalwart in the veterans side. He and Love, the two central defenders that are holding the veterans team together at the back. Rogers with the throw in. Throws a long one in, easily mopped up by Love. And Young kicks the ball upfield. Over the touchline for a throw in to the novices. Ross with the throw in. Quickly taken. Rogers. Back in over the touchline again. Quickly taken by Rogers. Owenson. Kerry. And the corner kick. Kenny Dalglish is really ecstatic now about his side being 1-0 up now. His striker Owenson put his team ahead just a couple of minutes ago, and he's really delighted about the situation. Keddy with the corner. Owenson up with the header. Goal kick. There was no direction in that header at all. As goalkeeper Clarkson places the ball for a goal kick. McGrath. Anderson mops up again. Out to Stenhouse. This young boy Keddy with his ball skills in again. Easily beats Bruce. Anderson. Pushes the ball forward by Bruce, but intercepted by Tully. Ross. Owenson. Ross again. Owenson. Appeal for offside there, not given by the referee, and Owenson squares the ball forward, and then comes Kerr and crashes the ball into the net again. A very lucky goal. I think there was a suspicion of offside. We'll have to wait and see the replay, but the veterans team are complaining bitterly to the referee off camera at the moment. We'll just have to wait and see the replay. Kerr beautifully put the ball away, and the slow motion action replay doesn't make it clear, but there's Owenson pushing the ball across the front, and then comes Kerr and crashes the ball into the middle of the net for the Novices' second goal to go 2-0 ahead. The veterans are going to need somebody to try and pull the cat out the bag in this game, because they are going to really struggle, to get back into this game. And the ball's pushed through to Swinton. Swinton through and is tripped by goalkeeper Castles. I think that was a Stonewall penalty kick, and play has been waved on. I just can't believe it with the referee, and Swinton is looking dejectedly at the referee, limping away very badly after that tackle by goalkeeper Castle. That's the most controversial incident in the game so far, and I think the referee was wrong. Corner kick to the veterans. Young placing the ball for the corner kick. Low one in, back-heeled by Clunas, and I think there was a deflection. Yes, the referee has awarded a corner kick. Maybe he's trying to make up for his earlier mistake there, but I thought it was a goal kick. I thought Clunas had put the ball over the goal line for a goal kick. But we are some 40 yards away, and the referee was only 5 or 6. Well, the penalty kick he was only 5 or 6 as well, and we were 40, and it was a Stonewall penalty kick he missed. Young again with the corner. High one in this time, easily cleared by Tully. Out for a throw. Little bit pathetic camera work there from the cameraman. Young. High into goal. I think Swinton did a little bit of pushing there, and the ball has went behind for a goal kick. Goalkeeper Castle with the goal kick. Poor kick. And McQueenie slips, and it would be easier to bring the ball under control. Right to Keddy. And the throw-in hasn't been taken from the proper place, so the ever-vigilant referee gives the throw-in to the other side. This has been a change in the laws now. If a throw-in is not taken from the place the ball crossed the line, then the referee awards the throw-in to the other side. So it's Young with the throw-in. Swinton, oh what a dummy by Swinton. Leaves 2 men in his wake and pushes the ball through, and it runs through to goalkeeper Castle, who picks up and kicks the ball upfield. Owenson, on to Roger. Roger showing a little pace and shoots and scores a beautiful goal from Roger. There didn't look to be any trouble there whatsoever, and he crashed the ball past Clarkson into his right hand corner of the net. A very good goal by Rogers from a lucky break, and there is Kenny Dalglish really ecstatic about the goal from Roger. He picks the ball up, leaves love for pace, and then crashes the ball with his right foot into Clarkson's right hand post and into the net for a wonderful goal to make the score Novices 3, Veterans 0. As we are fast approaching half time, approximately 5 minutes to go to half time. Castle picks the ball up and throws it out to Ross. Ross pushes the ball forward to Owenson. Picked up by Stenhouse and back to his goalkeeper. Clarkson with the kick. Nice kick into midfield. Clunis heads on. Swinton then again heads on. Owenson. Swinton through. Swinton has a chance here, has a shot, and it's easily stopped by Tully. And McQueenie's ball control again is a little bit suspect. Back heels the ball straight to Kerr. And in comes Young with a tackle, and he seems to have hurt himself in that tackle there, and Kerry moves off with the ball. Young still lying there, and the ball's pushed through to Rogers, who loses out, and the ball goes to Clarkson. Here is a slow motion action replay. Young comes in with a late challenge, seems to twist his arm as he put in the tackle and clutched his left arm. He seems to have twisted it in the tackle there. He seems to be in quite a bit of pain, and young Stevie Martin's over to console Young. Young has been everywhere in the park today, tackling ferociously right, left and centre, taking throw-in, goal kicks, corner kicks, free kicks, you name it. Young has been involved in the action, and he's had to retire for the game for a split second. He's pouring a little water onto his injured arm and taking a slug. There must be some alcohol in that to try and numb the pain, because he was in some pain when he went off. Back with the live action now, and it's Anderson. Anderson to Love. Back to Anderson. Anderson to Bruce. Loses out to Rogers. Rogers to McGrath, who is offside. Love with the free kick. And there's Young back into the fray. Quickly taken. Rogers. Oh, what a terrible tackle by Rogers on McQueenie. And McQueenie his head thumped the ground there in that tackle from the rear from Rogers. And I think there's going to be a yellow card from referee Adolf Duncan. Yes, certainly a yellow card there. I think, will we see anything on the slow action replay where, yes, there is a slow action replay, and there's a loose ball, and McQueenie collects the ball first, and in comes Rogers with a late tackle and sends McQueenie sprawling to the turf, and he thumps his head off the ground. A very nasty incident indeed. I think it's about the worst incident we've seen in the game so far, but the referee has a firm control of the situation, and look at the aggression on McQueenie's face there, and Rogers trying to console him. He is really angry at the situation. Stenhouse with the free kick. Back to Clarkson. Clarkson to Love. Love out to Anderson. Oh, bad pass by Anderson. And it's Owenson. Owenson pushes the ball inside. And another bad tackle by Kerr on the goalkeeper. Very late challenge indeed. And he caught the goalkeeper on the shins. He may have went for the ball in the first instance, but he definitely clipped the goalkeeper's legs. And the referee is well up with play there and spotted the infringement, and has given the free kick to the veterans. Clarkson still limping, about to take the free kick. Out to Young. Clarkson kicks the ball upfield. Tully. A mistake by Tully, and lets Swinton through. Swinton's right through in the goalkeeper, and goalkeeper Castle's come out, and it looked to me as if Swinton was stripped there by goalkeeper Castle. And goalkeeper Castle runs over to Swinton to tell him about his swan dive there. There might have been a click on his trailing leg there. There may have been the chance of a penalty. I think this is the most controversial situation that has arisen since the penalty incident earlier in the match. So that's two penalties that the veterans could have had in this match, and it would have put a better reflection on the score. Young pushes the ball forward. Owenson with the free kick. Pushes it out to right. Right beats Garlick easily and swings the ball in, cleared by Anderson. And goalkeeper Clarkson comes off his line and clutches the ball safely. Tully thumps the ball upfield. Yes, and Stenhouse was on the back of Owenson, quickly spotted by the referee, and the free kick to the novices. Owenson with the free kick. He swings the ball across. Kerr offside. Clarkson upfield. Ross sees the danger and clears the situation. McGrath puts the ball over the touchline for a throw in to the veterans, and it's Brian Owenson, the elder brother of Dennis Owenson. Bruce with the throw in. Tully clears the ball upfield. Kerr. Rogers. Oh, a nasty tackle from McQueenie. I think this is repercussions of the earlier incident where Rogers was booked. I think McQueenie could well be in the book this time for the tackle on the back on Rogers. Yes, the referee has shown the yellow card to McQueenie. Free kick is quickly taken and pushed through, straight through to goalkeeper Clarkson. Clarkson upfield. And the ball out for a throw. And there goes the half-time whistle with the score here. Novices 3, Veterans 0.
New Sparkle cleans everything your old Sparkle could, but New Sparkle is wax-free, so it even cleans glass without smearing. Honestly, it does clean without smearing. New Sparkle is wax-free, so it even cleans glass without... Oh, new wax-free Sparkle really does clean glass without smearing.
New Sparkle, no wax, no smears.
No kidding.
If you like to follow summer sports and want to keep in touch with all the action, the answer's at your fingertips. Oracle's sports section is on the button. Just pick your favorite, sit back and see what's happening. Oracle gets results fast, so you can get them whenever you want them. Hot off the screen. Name your sport and page your Oracle.
This is a special news report for ITN. After the unfortunate experience of the English FA, when the Jules Rimet trophy was stolen during the 1966 World Cup, the SFA have increased their security regarding the Edinburgh University Works Department Cup. Here, ex-SAS Major Alec Rambo Ross ascertains the safety of this valuable and coveted trophy, a sure deterrent against any potential thieves. This is Brian Hanrahan for ITN News, Peffermill, Edinburgh.
Hello and welcome back to Peffermill for this second half, which is just about to get underway with the score Novices 3, Veterans 0. It's Kerr, easily pushed off the ball, and the referee has awarded a free kick in the early seconds of the second half. Right to Kerr. Kerr inside to Rogers, back out to Kerr, who chips inside and the ball goes straight along the front of the goal and is chased by Rogers. Rogers pushes the ball to the wing and loses out. Something has happened. I think there's maybe been an offside called by the referee. No, the ball has went behind for a goal kick to the Veterans. Owenson. McGrath. Sliding tackle by Young, completely mistimed his tackle. Love to Anderson. Young. Swinton. And he's overrun the ball for another goal kick. Castle kicks the ball upfield, headed on by Keddy. Keddy again. And offside given by referee Adolf Duncan. It's rather a slow start to the second half. I think the Veterans are beginning to struggle a little bit. The pace might tell later in the later stages of the game. McGrath, intercepted by Love, out to Bruce, who loses out. Ross thumps the ball into touch. I see a couple of the super subs standing there, Brian Owenson and Jimmy Kenny. Jimmy's having a cigarette to calm his nerves before he comes on, I see. Young with the throw to Love, back to Young. Tackled by Owenson. And it's Owenson back to goalkeeper Castle, who can't retrieve it, and the ball goes for a corner kick to the Veterans. Rather a slack pass back by Owenson, and goalkeeper Castle made a hash of it. Corner drifted in, headed out, picked up by Keddy. And the referee has awarded an indirect free kick. Ross evades a tackle from Young, and he's speeding through, and there's Dougie Love, who puts his goalkeeper into trouble here, but the goalkeeper's quickly off his line and intercepts the ball and saved a very dangerous situation there for the Veterans' defence. Back again with the action, and it's Young, clearly outpaces the Novices' defence and puts in a high cross over the bar, and no pressure put on the Novices' goal at all. Martin pushes the ball up, and it's intercepted by McQueenie. McQueenie to Garlick. And And the ball's placed for a free kick. Thumped in. And shot high and wide. I think there may have been a deflection there. Yes, I think the referee has ordered, and there's Graham Souness. He's a little apprehensive about his team at the receiving end of this novices side. And I think he's contemplating in making a couple of substitutions to try and improve the quality of his veterans team. And Young looks awful lethargic there as he's about to take the corner. High one in, headed out by Owenson. Rogers. Kerry. Kerry's off again in one of his mazy runs. Yes, he's absolute brilliant ball control. Settling down, beats another two men, in and out, waltzes in and out. Absolutely tremendous stuff, and passes the ball to Rogers, who shoots, and the ball saved by Clarkson. Again, Clarkson goes down and saves the ball at the second attempt. Ball's kicked upfield. And it's Owenson who loses out and almost puts his goalkeeper Castle under pressure. Castle out to Ross. And needlessly Ross put the ball into touch. It's Love with the throw to goalkeeper Clarkson. Clarkson upfield. Headed down by Young to Garlick. And it's goalkeeper Castle quickly off his line to intercept. And there's Dale Bruce, the Graham Souness lookalike, who's just signed a new sponsorship deal with Ali Stores for their own brand of training shoe. And the ball's thumped in. And there he's slipping again. I think he will probably have to see the designer of the shoe, because he's not been able to keep his feet properly. And I think the referee is giving him a wee bit word of sympathy about his training shoes. And we've also had another news flash that Rudolf Hess, the other linesman who failed to appear, has just committed suicide. I wonder if this is because of the pressure and the worry about running the line in this big cup final in Scotland. Further news after the match. Owenson. Rogers. Rogers in the chase with Stenny, and he's brought to the ground. I think the referee's waved on the advantage and Rogers is clear. Yes. And puts the ball in. And, yes, that was a bad miss by Kerr, and there's Willie Harris, one of the stalwarts in the veteran side, marshalling back Kerr as the referee takes a quick goal kick. And it's goalkeeper Clarkson. Upfield. Garlick. Pushes the ball forward to goalkeeper Castle. This game is going from end to end. Here's McQueenie. McQueenie is beaten again, and there's the referee. I wonder what the referee is actually saying to the players at this
Soeben betritt der Parteigenosse Albert Forster das Kundgebungsgelände. Sieg! Sieg! Sieg!
Yes, I think that was a little bit of German there. And it's Young with the free kick. Sizing up the situation. No, it's Anderson who's about to take it. Kicks the ball inside, and it's well over the bar. And a goal kick to the novices. And there's the crowd in the executive suite there, watching the match. They've paid in the region of about £400 a ticket to see this big game. McGrath. Upfield to Rogers, who is offside. Time is now beginning to run out for the veterans. They are still 3 goals behind and don't look like pulling the game back at all at this moment of time. They're going to need a miracle, and it's Keddy out to right, tackled by Young, and it's Willie Harris pushes the ball forward, picked up by Tully. Owenson running up the touchline, and the ball's out for a throw into the novices. The pace is beginning to tell on these players. That it's slowing down quite a bit. Young misses out to Tully, and Young clipped Tully there, spotted by the referee, and the free kick's been awarded just outside the area. I wonder if the novices can extend their lead in this situation. Tully moving in on the blind side, and there's Jimmy Keddy, the number 12 of the veteran side, moving into position for the free kick. Referee making sure the ball's the retired 10 yards. Rogers to Tully, and the ball just scrapes across back. Beautiful shot by Tully, just a little bit too high, and the ball clears the crossbar. There you see the free kick in slow motion now. Rogers dummied by Keddy, and in comes Tully and thumps the ball with his right leg, and it just grazes the crossbar, but it was well covered by goalkeeper Clarkson. Clunis to McQueenie. McQueenie back to Young. Young chips the ball inside, easily read and swept up by Wright. Young again has a shot, and what a great save by goalkeeper Castle. Yes, that was really a tremendous shot from Young, and goalkeeper Castle flung himself to the right hand post. Here it is in slow motion, a bad pass by Wright, picked up by Young, and a left foot volley, and there's goalkeeper Castle throwing himself and tipping the ball round the post for a corner kick to the veterans. This is a shot in the arm that the veterans have needed to try and get back into the game, but a poor corner kick by the veterans side. And after that little bit of pressure, they are struggling. There's a very poor corner by McQueenie. And it's goalkeeper Castle. Places the ball for the goal kick. Upfield. Quickly snapped up by Young. And pushed back again by Ross to goalkeeper Castle. Kerr. Anderson's foot is a little bit high, and the referee's awarded an indirect free kick. Rogers quickly takes it out to right, slips the ball inside, and Rogers slips, and it's picked up by McGrath. And Roger comes in with a thundering shot from 40 yards and well held by goalkeeper Clarkson. And here's a slow action replay, and Rogers on the volley, and he thumps the ball in from nigh on 35 yards and well held by goalkeeper Clarkson. And it's Ross. Owenson leaves Love standing, and he's opened a big gap in the veterans' defence, and he's running in and goal. Chips the ball inside, shot by Kerr, and then in comes Wright, and Wright crashes a thundering shot against the crossbar, and play goes on, and the ball is broken to Love. Love hits the ball back to goalkeeper Clarkson. That was a vicious shot from Wright, but he should have burst the net instead of crashing the ball against the crossbar. And the ball eventually goes out for a throw into the novices' side. Throw-ins taken. Tully up in the air. Headed on by Clunas. Thumped up in the air by Young. Swinton misses and rushing in goal, and Garlick tackled by Martin, but the ball goes behind for goal kick. And there is the University Works Department cheerleaders cheering the referee. You know, it's not very often that the referee is given a wee bit of recognition, but he's been certainly done so on this occasion. Castle with the goal kick. Harris loses out. It's Keddy. It's 2 men, 3 men. And he's through, and Keddy is through. A chance here to make it 4-0. A poor shot by Keddy. That should have been number 4. And that looked as if it was a foul by Wright on McQueenie there. Has the referee spotted it, or is he waving play on? Yes, the referee spotted it, and here is Keddy on his mazy run again. This boy has absolute brilliant control. Chips the ball through, and it's easily picked out by Clarkson. And then in comes McQueenie to clear the danger. McGrath to Rogers. Thumps a high one, in and over. Picked up by Wright. Wright chips to the far post. Roger completely times his run, and it breaks to McGrath to Keddy. Keddy slips the ball inside. And it looked to me as if Willie Harris got a clip on the ankle there. Yes, he's holding his ankle with some pain. The referee's wave play on, and it's Kerr. Kerr chips the ball over, and it lands just over the top of the bar. Clarkson with the goal kick. And it's Clarkson with the kick outfield. Puts the ball out to Anderson. Chips forward to Young. Young checks inside Owenson, and I think he was fouled, yes. Young has had a game where he's picked up a few injuries. And it's Love with the free kick. No, it's that man Young again. He is everywhere. Young with the free kick. Chips it in, and the ball comes back off the post, and it's cleared by the Novices' defence. Garlick. Back heels to Swinton. Swinton impeded, and it's a penalty kick. The referee's awarded a penalty kick to the veterans. And there is the University Works Department cheerleaders showing the appreciation of the fine judgment by the referee. And the penalty kick has been awarded. And I think it's McQueenie to take the penalty kick. McQueenie runs up, shoots and scores, and that makes the score Novices 3, Veterans 1. And will this bring the veterans back into the game? There is goal scorer McQueenie. And here is the replay action. Swinton gets the ball just inside the box. In comes Allen and completely takes Swinton out of the play. And here's the replay of the penalty kick. And McQueenie steps up and sends goalkeeper Castle the wrong way. So this may bring the veterans back into the game. Keddy. Owenson. Anderson. Clunas. Back to Anderson. Anderson on to Young. And the through ball easily picked up by Castle, but he's been hurt in the collision by his own full-back Martin. I think with a clash of heads, or either head and body there, and Castle is prostrate on the ground. There was a little, he's beginning to recover now. And there's Dougie Love getting the water. The oldest man in the side, sprinting about there like a 2-year-old. And Dr. Young in the action. Everybody else a little apprehensive about the knock on the head to goalkeeper Castle. And here's the action again. Castle clears the ball, and there is the elbow of his defender Martin striking him on the side of the head. Now back with live action, and it's Young. Chips the ball inside, headed out by right to McQueenie. McQueenie shoots, and it's a pathetic shot, high and wide, and the ball goes behind for a goal kick. And McQueenie laughing in jocular form with his stalwart Willie Harris. Anderson. Kenny. And the ball's out for a throw-in. Poor Jimmy Kenny just couldn't keep that ball in play there. Tully. Garlick puts the ball in front, and it's easily held by goalkeeper Castle, with Clunas in close proximity. Castle upfield. Stenhouse. And Ross heads up in the air, and it's Swinton. Just lacked a little bit of ball control and brings Kerry to the ground with a little trip. Owenson. And out comes goalkeeper Clarkson to Love. Into Harris. Harris on to Young. Young thumps the ball upfield, and it's Clunas chasing. Heels to Swinton. Swinton has a shot, and it hits Tully on the chest. It's clear, picked up by Keddy. On to Owenson. Great tackle there by Stenhouse. McGrath forward to Rogers. On to Wright. Right inside to Kenny, who shoots, and a great save by goalkeeper Clarkson. And another good save by goalkeeper Clarkson. Good handling there and good covering by the goalkeeper. And it's Young. Pushes the ball through, easily read by Tully, who puts the ball out for a throw-in. Well, I think time is beginning now to run out for the veteran side, and it's Owenson. Easily beats Harris on to Kerry, back to Owenson, and Owenson gliding in through the defence, was pitted there, and the ball is through, and it's over the crossbar for the goal kick. I thought Owenson was maybe impeded there just at that point. You know, I think Stenhouse put his body across him and slowed him down a little bit and knocked him off balance, and he still goes in and just chips the ball over goalkeeper Clarkson, but the ball ends on the top of the net for a goal kick. Young easily beats Ross inside, chips to the far post, great save by goalkeeper Castle. And in comes Martin on. Martin has bundled Harris to the ground. I think there was a nasty tackle there by Martin, and the referee's awarded a penalty kick. And Willie Harris seems to be in trouble. He seems to have a gash on his forehead. I think, yes, he has a cut. The blood is streaming from it. Here is the action again. Martin comes into the tackle, you know, and takes him right out of the play, and there was a clash of heads. Martin's head caught Willie Harris on the side of the head, and he's in a bad way, is Willie Harris. And it's Garlick with the penalty, and he slams the ball into the corner of the net, and the crowd are ecstatic. This will bring the veterans back into the game at 3-2. Yes, the ball kicked firmly into the goalkeeper's right-hand corner of the net to make the score Novices 3, Veterans 2. Kerry. Ross. Keddy. Ball picked up by goalkeeper Clarkson. Oh jeez almighty, there's Keddy in the middle of the park. Who was that? He crossed that in now. And it's Bruce. Intercepted by Allen. And the ball's out for a throw-in. Swinton. Good dummy. Slips the ball inside to McQueenie. McQueenie loses out. And there's a deliberate handball by Young. I think the referee is going for a yellow card, is he? No, he's let Young off with it. I think that would have been a good caution there. Deliberate handball. Great tackle by Young. And then Wright fouls Young. And there is the University Works Department cheerleader showing their appreciation of the referee again. And there is poor Willie Harris. It looks as if he's just come from the rush in front with that cut on the forehead there. Back with the live action. And it's Rogers. Thumps the ball upfield. And goalkeeper Clarkson is well out of his goal. And the crowd now is beginning to get a little bit agitated. Time is beginning to run out for the veterans. You know, 3-2 down. And it's Young. A great shot and a great save again by goalkeeper Castle. Young rushes past Ross on the outside into the box, and from fully 13 yards crashes a left foot shot. Looks as if it was going in, but goalkeeper Castle flung himself and tipped the ball round the post for a corner kick. Ball's thumped in. Appeals for a penalty, waved on by the referee. Young. Oh, faces do you love. Keddy. Keddy again fouled by Young. And Young seems to have hurt himself again. Keddy with the free kick. Anderson. Allen. Rogers. Rogers is clear. Clearing and goal, and out comes goalkeeper Clarkson and takes the ball away cleanly from Rogers. Strikes it upfield, intercepted by Allen. Allen pushes the ball forward to Rogers. Rogers on to Owenson. And the shot's blocked and the ball goes out for the throw-in. Yes, I think there's a little bit of time-wasting tactics here by the novices. Throw-in quickly taken, and it's cleared by McQueenie. And there is the veteran supporters beginning to leave the ground. I think they think that the game is over, and the novices are going to win this match by 3-2. McQueenie to Swinton. Kerr. Stenhouse. Picked up by McGrath onto Rogers, and Roger just has a pocket goal. And there is the novices fans beginning to show their appreciation of their team as we're in now the dying seconds of the game. Love. Back to Clarkson. Tully. Martin. And there's Jimmy Keddy. And the referee is beginning to take off his shoes now. I think that now the match will be over seconds from now. You know, I've never seen this happening before, the referee taking his shoes off. Maybe his feet are beginning to hurt him. I couldn't say it's been all for the running about he's done in the match, because the match has been a bit easy to handle, and I thought that was the final whistle. No, it's the referee's awarded a free kick, and he's prancing about there like a poof with his shoes off. Right, pushes the ball inside, cleared by Stenhouse to Young. Young thumps the ball upfield, on to Ross. Ross pushes the ball out into no man's land, and I think that's the final whistle. Yes, the game is over with the score 3-2 to the novices. And there's been a crowd invasion. crowd invasion here. I think that they're all rushing on to congratulate their players with the score here. Novices 3, Veterans 2 in this cup final, which is the premier tournament in Scotland. The 1987 cup winners, the team of Novices.
We lost. Remy. Hey man.